And that's just your first introduction to your elbow to your client. Second pass, scoop. Now from here, you're going to tilt your arm up, because that just allows your elbow to be exposed as a sharper blade or a sharper contact point. So up, cross over, grab your arm. This hand can stay here or you can take it off. And ask your client, how was that? How was that? Was that pretty good? Wasn't too hard?
No.
Perfect.
Good.
So we can go harder?
Yeah.
Perfect. So once we checked in with our client and she says we can go harder, we go in again, scoop, glide down. This time, when you come up, you're going to go all the way across your chest. You're not going to grab the arm. That was medium pressure. So low, medium, high. Keep your hand right here. Just lean forward. Slowly. How are we doing?
Yeah.
It's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So those are your 3 movements for your deep tissue with your elbows. So remember, you came in without your hand, just glide straight down, like a knife's edge going all the way down. Then you want medium pressure, glide down, scoop. This arm comes up about halfway, grab your arm. This is medium pressure. And if you want the maximum pressure, glide down, scoop, stop right here, hand goes all the way at the top of your chest, and you lean forward. And everything is slow motion. And watch for the client's breathing. Make sure they're breathing naturally. They're not holding their breath. And that's just move number 1. So number 2, we're going to come to the side. And like we're swimming into the person's body. Stretch. Swim. Stretch. Swim and stretch. So from there you go to Lomi Lomi. All the way down, arm. So from here your arm's going to glide a little bit towards the middle of their spine. Come up a little bit, arm goes on top. Push down. Then cross over. Arm keeps going. So that was move number 2. So remember, we came in the prayer, stretch, went into some Lomi Lomi, forearm down, glide back up. So number 3, we're going to come in from the scapula, or lateral side of the scapula, infraspinatus side, scoop in, like we're praying. Hands go over your shoulder. You have double elbows. Right. So the kidneys are here. So they're not going to be directly next to the spine. So think about 2 fingers, or maybe even 3 fingers away from the spine. Your no-no is going to be like kind of in this general area. So if my elbows were up here, you might get a little bit of it, but they're hanging just like a little fist right over here on the sides. So kidneys aren't in the spine, they're always going to be like here to the sides. So as long as you're not hitting elbow right in here, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Because then again, your 11th and 12th rib are right here as well. This is when you start to break things. But as long as you're along the erector spinae group, the spine, you'll be fine. And ask your client how they would feel. Like, how did you feel doing that? Was it good?
Mm-hmm.
So they'll let you know if it hurts. Like, you'll know, like, oh, I gotta pee, or I gotta something's going on. It hurts so bad. You'll know when you're going over the kidneys. So just be careful in that area. So again, just scoop right across the shoulders. And see how close I am to the spine? We're doing good.
Yeah.
And I think you would pretty much have to do some sort of really huge deep tissue to where it's going to be painful to really kind of pierce your kidneys. And your kidneys are kind of like a middle. So if I took off layer upon layer upon layer, yes, we would get to the kidneys. But they're not so superficial where I can just push right here and I feel my kidneys. Thank God that's not the case, because if that was, if somebody just punched you here or you fall, and you could break your kidneys or rupture them. They're even medial towards the body, just on the inside. But they're like way down here, inside the body. So we're going to practice those moves real quick. And I'll show you the rest. Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm going to be right here with you.
Force this.
Right, so just gliding. And this hand, yes, there. And then this hand like comes right in between.
What is this one?
Oh, this one. And you go forward. Mm-hmm. Right, and that just introduces the body to say, hey, we're going to do some deep tissue. Perfect. So then the second one, we come down, and then we raise up a little bit more, and then we cross over. Right, and we just dig right on in there. And use your body weight. Mm-hmm.
What now?
Yes.
It goes too hard.
More.
More?
You want more? Okay.
She wants more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go like this, then stop here.
Mm-hmm.
Put here.
Right. And see how you're just leaning right into it? That's perfect. Mm-hmm. And don't be afraid to just really
Okay.
give it to them and lean your whole body weight into them so you don't have to use your back muscles. Very nice. Perfect technique. Your hands glide along the spine, keeping your elbow with the spine so you don't go across it.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding.
Don't just.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's very nice. So number 3, the really huge deep pressure, or ultimate almost. Gliding down again. Scoop. This time it's going to go all the way to the crossing your shoulder and really lean forward. Wonderful. Because I can see how sharp your elbow is. I can really see it exposed. You're doing great. Perfect. So the next part was when we're diving in, we're just scooping in, and then we're separating. Scoop, separating. Mm-hmm. Very nice. I like how you moved your legs back, leaning into the body, using your weight. Wonderful. And then from there, you just do your lomi and swing side to side. And then you're just going to come right back down. This hand. And the reason why we're doing that lomi, that little dance that we're doing, because we're waking up these little intercostal ribs, the muscles in between the rib cages. So the little small, intricate, small muscles, serratus anterior, we want to wake rattle, all that type of stuff. Wake it up.
Like this or like this?
You can. That's perfect. I like it. How did that feel?
Good.
See? You're doing great. There's no wrong way to trust me. The person just wants that force or that physical touch. And if you're worried about like, okay, is this right or that right? They kind of be like, okay, what are you doing? Why are you second guessing yourself? You're doing wonderful. A lot of therapists, they second guess themselves if they're doing it right. Like, no, there's no wrong way about doing this. Unless you're hurting someone, then that's the wrong way. Perfect. So we did that, lomi, the hard elbow drag that way. So now, oh yes, the prayer. So from the side, all the way up like we're praying. Hands go over the shoulder.